Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here of Flipping with Trevis. This is episode number 2 of Flip number 1. Make sure before we get started here that you go ahead and smash that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, how in the world is it supposed to grow? That being said, let's get right to it. As I mentioned on episode number 1, which was pretty lengthy because I had to cover a lot of basis on what the concept of this is and how it's going to be going. This one should not be. I think the first one was about 40 minutes. We're going to keep on the same trend of it being a brain dump. So unscripted, brain dump, just going through all of the things that have happened in the last 7 days since the last episode. So for this one, a lot of crazy stuff. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to rank things in importance on how I want to go through them. So I guess I'll go chronologically. So as you see right here, this time I've pulled up a scope of work that I've put together here. So I had a GC, one of my good friends. He walked through the house and he did his official scope of work, which is, this is what needs to be done to the house to get it to the ARV, after repair value, after rehab value, to get it to the price you want to sell it for. So they give you this full scope of work, which is why it's called scope of work. And, this is what needs to be done. This is going to be the price for it. And so you can have a generalization of this is how much it's going to cost to get from point A to point B. And so I've kind of taken that information and put it into a Google sheet here that you see on the screen. I have unless you're colorblind, I have neon green highlights for the things I've actually already purchased. Luckily, I knew I was getting to this flip before Black Friday, so I already bought on line number 16 there, a dishwasher, microwave, range oven, and fridge, all together as part of a new appliance bundle that Home Depot was doing for Black Friday. I got all of that. Pretty nice stuff, too. Like, I'm talking French door fridge with the bottom freezer and everything. All of that collectively, shipping was free as well with Home Depot, so all that collectively is $2,416. So that's a pretty good deal. I had a lot of people saying that you don't necessarily want to get a fridge when you're doing a rehab, especially that price point, because people are pickier when it comes to getting a refrigerator. Even my wife with the house that we live in now, she's like, I wish we didn't have a refrigerator. When we bought the house, we bought a house that was flipped. It wasn't like highbrow flipped to the point of this one's going to be, but it was very nice. It was nicely done. But they had a fridge already, and because it was already brand new, it didn't make financial sense for us to sell that fridge and go get another fridge. So we have the fridge that was in the house when we bought it. But the long story short, what I'm being told from the seasoned investors is when you get up to the 300,000 plus range, which is where this one's going to be, because like I said, the ARV is 320 if you don't remember from the first episode, you want to try your best to not have a refrigerator in there, so when people move in, or when people buy the house, they have full range to get whatever they want to. And they, same thing with the washer dryer. You want people to be able to buy what they want in the house, not be stuck with something they may not like. But because this was an amazing bundle that I saved a good chunk of change on for this Black Friday deal, and the refrigerator is already really, really nice, French door one that, if you don't know what French door is, I was going to pull up a picture of what the fridge looks like, but it's the two doors opens up like this, and then you have this fridge on the bottom. So nice, all stainless steel for everything. I believe it was a Samsung branded bundle. And then, of course, we have ceiling fans. I bought 3 of them because it's a 3-bedroom, and I just actually went to the property, what's today? Saturday, Friday, 2 days ago, I think. And I realized this thing has like 6 ceiling fans in the house and then 1 on the back porch. So somehow, I don't know how I missed the count of that, especially with the walkthrough video that I had. But I'll probably either moving fans around or just need to get 3 more ceiling fans. We'll have to see. But the 3 that I got are definitely going in the bedrooms. They're really nice. They have remote-controlled LED lights, as well as remote-controlled speed of fan speed. I don't know why I worded it that way. Anyway, so we have the scope of work here. So right now, you see on screen, we're looking at about $42,000 altogether. Now, if you remember the first episode, I was freaking out because as soon as my GC sent me the scope of work, he said it was $60,000, which of course the GCs, with everything being licensed and everything, they have to get paid as well for managing everything. So his was about $18,000 more than this, and that is if we just let me scroll over here. So if it was $60,000, so you see here, let me put this in the scope of your viewing. So we have the purchase price is $235. The loan fees, this is how much it's going to cost me, loan fee wise, which we'll get to that in a second, to get the hard money loan to be able to purchase this, because I ain't got $235,000 cash to buy this house. That's why you got to go with the hard money or private loan or private lender. I calculated I'm expecting about 75 days worth of work, so I calculated what 3 months would come out to, so that's 4,452, and then the rehab, which gets pulled over from that other number. I don't have any closing costs calculated yet. That's something I was going to work, add like the title insurance and just a bunch of smaller things on the front end when I'm purchasing it need to be calculated into that. And then also I have to calculate the on the back end of things when I'm selling the property, closing cost for the buyer and seller and whatnot. Me being the seller, of course. But right now, without that included, we're at $290,000, pretty much $291,000 all in. So this is a break-even point. So if I sell this house for $291,000, not even in factoring the closing cost, I make $0 profit. So if I'm planning to sell this for $320,000, and that's the all-in, pop, profit possibilities right there, $29,000. So that is if I don't spend a single penny on closing cost. So if you factor in the extra, $18,000 from my GC scope of work, that already dwindles that $29,000 down to $11,000. If you factor in the closing cost, that pretty much makes it zero if it sells at its hopeful ARV of $320,000. Now, is there room for it to be sold for more than $320,000? Yes. We found out when I went to the property, I was looking around, and there's this in this neighborhood. There's like this kind of like a boat dock that has a chain that says no trespassing. And in the Google Maps, when you zoom in on it, you see no trespassing, but you also see it's easy hook to take off. But I walked to that a couple days ago when I went to the property, and right in the smallest print below, it says residents only. So being a resident of this, not really a cul-de-sac, just this wraparound road of this neighborhood, you have access to the lake because you're a resident. So we actually have lake access, which is huge. And actually, I'll show you the video here. So this is walking in the backyard. In the corner, it's really hard to do this with my hands and try to paint this thing out. But when you walk to the back right corner, there's actually a lake view of the house. Beyond, I'm going to get a survey done, of course, to see where officially our owned land ends and where exactly we no longer are able to do anything with or even walk on legally, if that makes any sense. Like I said, this is just a brain dump here. But once you get past that spot, so standing in the grassy area of before I get a survey done, what I'm being told is not my land. This is the lake view of the back here. So let me pull this up real quick here for you.
It's a trailer, and I want to turn it into it's like part trailer, part concrete block. I was like, yeah, about 7.
Yeah, so that is standing a few feet beyond where our backyard ends, and that's the view there. So we do have lake view, but that direct spot, until I get a survey done to see exactly if we have like a direct beeline to the lake at all from the backyard. But I know we can go through that boat dock that I was referencing earlier. But yeah, so we do have lake access. We have a lake view. That should increase it a little bit. I mean, we could be looking at a 320 ARV, maybe 350, if we knock this out of the park, which of course would increase that profit to the point where Trevis is gonna be pretty happy. But the worst case scenario, we sell it for the all-in price and make $0. That's not what we want to do. Actually, worst case scenario is we lose money on it, but I'm pretty positive. If everything is done to the house, it needs to be done to the house. At minimum, in the worst market, we should still be able to get the all-in price for it. Not saying that's what we're going to be trying, of course, because you shouldn't be going through all this trouble of doing a flip to make $0 profit, even if you gain experience from it. But those are the numbers right here, so I'll just scroll back over here. So we did hit... So what was this, on Thursday, I think? Yeah. So on Thursday, I'm sitting here in my home office, and my lender, who's heading up my hard money loan that I'm doing, which, like I said, it calculates all those loan fees and the monthly payments and whatnot. he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, Trevis, so we've hit a little bit of a roadblock, or we've hit our first roadblock," I think he said. And I was like, "Oh, no, no roadblocks." And he said, he's like, we just started, doing the easier things that need to be done, because you knock out the hard things first, do the easier things. And I don't know what he referred to it as, but it's pretty much like my credit report, which I knew I had great credit, which is what I told him. And he comes back and he's like, "Hey, it's like it's not what you said it was. It's actually a good chunk lower than that." And I was like, "What?" And so I was asking what it was, and it was pretty much, I want to say, like 80 points lower than what it should have been. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I think I might know what happened." At first, I was completely like just shell shocked, and then I was like, "Okay, I think I might know what happened." So there was like a crazy situation a couple months ago where I had a card. It was like it was through Barclays, and I had paid it off in full one day. This was, I don't know, June, July. Paid it off in full. Put the card in my in the furthest slot in my wallet, and forgot about it because the card was paid off in full, like literally paid off to the max in full. After I paid it off in full, a phantom $5 interest charge got added to the account later on. They charged $5. It was a $5 interest charge on a $0 balance, which of course shouldn't happen because it's impossible to charge interest on a $0 balance. And so because I had no knowledge of that, because I didn't go in to check the account knowing that it was paid off in full, this $5 charge just sat there, late fees, tanks the credit score. I did catch the late fee situation over, I want to say like over a month ago, and I called Barclays and I went through like hours and hours of phone calls, and they're like, "Got it, yep, we're gonna erase everything." And I was like, "Awesome, great, that's fantastic." But it's a two-step process on fixing this. The first step, what they have to do is they wipe me owing anything off the account. So I don't owe the $5 random phantom charge. I don't owe the late fees. The second part, what they were supposed to do was to make sure that it didn't negatively affect my credit reporting from the credit bureau. They forgot to do that part. Thus, the situation of this new little speed bump here that we have. So Thursday was a horrible day. I'm driving all around Timbuktu to try to figure out, like, okay, I call them up again. I go, "Hey, listen, this is what happened. You guys were supposed to do this." And then there was like, "Oh, hey, well, we can't tell your lender, we can't do this until this day, until Monday." And I go, "Okay, well, I know it's going to take like another round of reporting to go through before it actually starts showing on my credit report. So can you send my lender a form or a document saying that you've initiated this credit correction stuff, so he knows that my credit's actually good and doesn't have any blemishes on it?" And so I had to like send fax messages, which I don't think I've ever sent a fax message before in my life. I don't even know. Like, you have to send a fax. I go, "It's 2020. It doesn't make any sense." But apparently credit card companies are still working in the past. So I had to send fax messages and stuff. And then on Monday, today's Saturday, so a couple days from now on Monday, I call to make sure that they got the fax, that they started the credit correction reporting, that they sent my lender a fax saying that they've initiated it. And then so I've knocked that all on Monday. And if for whatever reason they didn't receive a fax or like any of those things they didn't do, which is what they said they do, which is like they said, "Send us a fax, we'll take care of it, call us on Monday." And so if anything there screws up, my credit's not going to go up in time through this battle, because right now it is December 5th, and the closing date is December 18th. So we are less than 2 weeks away from closing, and I'm like of course right within 2 weeks, crazy situations happen. So there's only like one other alternative that may work out as a plan B. But of course, because they're telling me on the phone they're going to take care of it, we're not working on the plan B until we call on Monday and they said, "Oh, hey, we forgot to do everything," or they just changed their mind on wanting to fix it. I've already went through like Equifax. I went through TransUnion, and I've done what is it called? Just like I went to the the blemish on the account, and I've reported it was an error, so they can also work on their end, so it'll just expedite things a little bit more. But yeah, so we had a little speed bump there. But moving on, we're going to power through it. So the absolute worst case scenario with the speed bump. So like that, this is the question I was asking on the phone when my lender called, and he's like, "You had a speed bump." I was like, "Listen, I need to know if we don't get this resolved in time, what's the worst thing that could happen? Can I not get this loan anymore? Can I not get this house? Like, is that a possibility?" He's like, "No, your loan is just going to be." So right now the loan is a certain percentage of the ARV. I forgot the number off the top of my head. I want to say like 80%. So 80% of the ARV, that's what the loan is, which is loan towards purchase price, and then also money towards rehab as well. So when your credit score is lower, which mine for some random reason currently is, not random reason, we know the reason, but anyway, when it's lower to the point where mine is, for his report, we get a smaller portion of the ARV, which means we have to bring more money to the purchase, or to more money towards the purchase price for the closing. So I have more out-of-pocket money going to buying this house because they're putting less into it. And then also the interest rate in regards to like the monthly payments that I was showing you earlier, the interest rate's going to go up like 3%, which means our monthly payments are going to be more, which of course takes away from the overall profit. So that's the worst case scenario. Can we still profit? Can we still flip this house? Can we still make a profit if, Barclays doesn't pull their thumb out of their butt and fix the situation, as they've told me twice now on maybe 3 times now, 3 different phone calls they were going to do? Yes. Do we want to resort to option 3 of having that happen? No. Option 1, we'll call Monday. On the next episode, on episode 3 on next Saturday, you'll get more information on which option we were stuck going with. So let me see if there's anything here. So yeah, so this is pretty much just going through the order of when things need to be accomplished. This isn't flip number 1. So when I was talking to my GC who kind of put this scope of work together, this is not his form. His form is much more legit. It's just me putting it in a Google sheet so I can send it to anybody that needs it. So I was kind of talking through like, okay, so what's the order of things that need to happen? This, and then his cost, and then altering his cost a bit depending on what exactly I wanted to do with a certain situation. So we know we want to get really, really nice kitchen cabinets. We want to do nice flooring. And then what was the other thing so we're focusing heavily on making the master bathroom and the spare bathroom really nice. And then also kitchen cabinets, the whole entire kitchen, really nice. And then nice flooring as well, which I think I already talked about in the first go around. So what we're going to do now is I'll show you some pictures here. We'll just talk about some of the pieces with, give me a second, let me move this out of the way. There we go. All right, so let's pull up, where's it at here? There we go. So when you first walk in the front door of this building, this is what you see. So you see a bunch of crap here. So the owner is going to be taking all of the things in this house that he still wants possession of, and then everything else is technically mine. As soon as we close on the property, it's mine. So if he doesn't take any of this stuff, it's mine. By closing, it's mine. Do we want all of this? No. This 99% of the stuff in here is going to go into a big garbage can or dumpster. This thing on the right side here, you see on the very, very far right, there's some like piece of art that he thought was amazing. It's like an art lamp. I don't know. It just looks like a black trash bag that got spray painted. I don't know. Anyway, so here's the walkthrough. So you see to the left. So you see there's an opening directly in the center of the picture to another room. So in the front room we have the living room, and then there's another room that leads to the back patio, which is a screened-in porch. But to the left, so that walkway right to the left, you see that there's this big random just divider in the middle. So this is a load-bearing wall, so we're trying to figure out what to do with that to open up the space more. Also, the very, very far left of this picture, you see there's a wall, of course, when you walk in, and there's this little I don't even know what kind of stand that is. There's a stand here. So on the other side of this wall is where the kitchen is. And the kitchen, you'll see, is very, very small. So we're considering, taking this wall out to expand the kitchen, have a very open kitchen. There's a handful of things that we're trying to figure out prior to closing and prior to knocking all this stuff out. But let's go to, I'm trying to figure out what all the other photos are here. So here is the master bathroom. This is pretty small. Hey, look, it's me in the mirror. This is the master bathroom. So the first things to notice is the shower is on the other side of this concrete wall that is holding the mirror. So on the other side of this wall, that is the shower. You see the shower door open here. This small little, very rinky-dink vanity is up against this window. This window is where you're able to see the lake view access. So this is facing the backyard. So I mean, we don't want to like destroy the window or close it up or anything, because it does have that view in case somebody wants to be in the bathroom and put up a window and look at the lake. I don't know. So we're not gonna take away this window or the opportunity to see through it. And then the toilet is kind of right. That's the trash can I'm highlighting now, but it's on the side of the wall, I guess. So this wall here, yeah. So it's on this wall. So what we're gonna do here is we're planning to take out this wall here, the shower wall, and then take this vanity out, and then against this wall right here, what we're going to do against this wall is have a double synced vanity, or a Jack and Jill, if you will. So it'll be here against this wall, and then this will be open space against the window, and then we'll keep the toilet where it is. And then to show you what I'm trying to plan on doing with the bathroom, this right here in this picture, this is an example, but this is just a one sink vanity. So I'm going to see if I can squeeze a two sink in here. I have to just go back to the house. Next time I go back, I'm going to measure this spot here. So yeah, have the sink here. So technically this is the big door area that opens. And if we can do something where it's just like a half and half here, this is something I was looking at as well. And then kind of just have, so this is a completely different picture. But where you see the vanity goes up, and the piece of glass that's next to the vanity doesn't move, but then the door opens up here, that'll like open up towards the vanity, and then this, in theory, where this towel is, this is where the door to the bathroom is. There's not that much space here, of course. We can't do like a tub or anything, so this door would open up, and then this this door opens up, but there's glass on both sides. So in other words, we're trying to make the shower as neat and as modern as possible, because that's definitely not what it is here. So I was walking around Home Depot today, and this is kind of a concept here I was looking at, where you have just a corner spot, and then glass here, and then it opens up in that middle spot. This is only 38. You can't see the number up here, but this is a 38-inch neo angle shower, and I found one. So all these pieces together here is $633. I found one on HomeDepot.com, not at their store, that was, I think, 44 inches, and I'm pretty sure that'll fit as well. So we're trying to get the biggest shower possible with the space that we have without taking out any walls in the master bathroom. And I feel like doing one of these neo angle showers is probably our best bet. I have no idea what the picture is to the ear. Hopefully it's... Oh, and I was looking at, this is just other stuff I was looking at of there's two sheds in the back, like concrete sheds that we're going to be taking out because they're blocking, they're like taking away from the lakeview access. So I was trying to see possible shed replacements, something we could just put in the back left corner that doesn't take away from the view. What else do I want to show you guys? Here is the spare bathroom with beautiful, beautiful sky blue walls that we're definitely going to paint over. I think for this one, so there's a tub to the left, which is on the other side of this door behind these shower curtains. We're pretty much going to replaster this this bathtub, make it look spanking new without replacing it. Probably going to definitely put a new mirror in here, or somehow get rid of this border because it's ugly, whatever this is here. But definitely put a new vanity in here as well. I don't know why there's a pink sink. I hate everything about this right here, including the clutter, which is definitely gonna be gone. That's some easy throwaway stuff. But putting a nice little vanity in here, keeping the toilet, redoing the flooring, and maybe replacing the toilet. It all depends what budget allows, but definitely replastering, spiffying up, if you will, the tub, and then getting a new vanity in here with a new mirror, and of course painting the walls and new flooring. Let me see what else is here. Here is the kitchen. So this is a very small kitchen. You have the range oven to the left with the microwave in this like compartment here. That's very weird, very 1970-ish looking. I don't think this microwave's ever been replaced ever. We already have a French door fridge that I'll be selling if anybody wants one. I highly doubt the owner's taking this. And then I think we're going to replace this ceiling fan here with this light, with just a light fixture and not a fan. I don't think we want to have a fan in the kitchen. I just want the light fixture there. Simple. But yeah, all of these cabinets, everything here, backsplash, flooring, all this stuff is getting redone. But we're considering this wall here, of taking this wall out so we have a lot more open kitchen. Because on the other side of this wall, we're trying to figure out, we're still figuring this out and figuring out what is most optimal. Because on the other side here, if we take out this wall, the door is pretty much like right here. The entry door to the house. Let me see what other pictures I have here. I'm not sure. Oh, and then we have this one. This is the front door. So I went to Home Depot today and I showed the door guy this. And I go, what's the best way to make this look brand new? So he's talking about how he sees this here. It looked like they used to have a handle. This was like a lock when they first had the door, and then there's one of those long handles. And they just took the long handle off and put a knob here and a new lock here and decided not to do anything about this. So he's like, just sand it down. Sand down the entire thing. Sand it down. And then, put a primer on it and then paint it. And when you sand it down, all of this crap here and anything else can be fixed. And then we could probably make this look pretty nice as well. And yeah, I talked to the door guy for like a long time. It's crazy. I don't know what else is on here. I think that might be it. Oh, that's just another shed I was looking at. So I was trying to think, like, if I'm knocking out these two sheds, there's no garage here. The garage was turned into a third bedroom. I don't know how long ago, but I'm pretty sure one of the three bedrooms was the original garage. And so there's no storage. So if we knock down these two like concrete storage units that are blocking easier lake view viewing, which is what we plan to do, there's going to be some place where you need to put your lawnmower and some other tools and stuff. So I'm leaning heavily towards putting something similar to this in the back left corner that doesn't block the view, but still gives you a place to store your essential yard tool equipment. And I think this says like $369 or whatever. So it's definitely not a deal breaker at this price. One of these aluminum kind of shed things. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take that down. Video wise, boom, and we're back. All right, so I said this one's not gonna be long as the other one. We're at 30 minutes right now. The other one was 40. But yeah, that's kind of where we are in a sense. So what is happening from this episode to the next episode? We have that crazy day Monday to make sure that Barclays is doing everything they're supposed to do to expedite resolving my issue. That's going to cost me a lot of more money, which was already supposed to be resolved. What else are we knocking out? We had a appraiser go to the house, not go to the house, but do a virtual appraising because you got to make it there in time. So somebody walked around with like a phone. He's like, "Hey, show me this," and I'm waiting on his official number, because his official number is, if you remember earlier, I said that my lender gives me a certain percentage of the ARV as a loan. So if this guy says that this house after it's fixed is going to be $1 million, then I'll get 80% of $1 million as a loan in theory, which would be like $800,000. Would be great. But the goal is for him to say the number we've been working on since day one is 320. So if he says less than 320, and on top of Barclays being idiots, like this is going to be, there's a chance this may actually not work out. Like even before we get to square A. If like everything possible that could go wrong went wrong on the finance, on the beginning of the finance side, there's a small chance this may not even work out. If they come in and say something incredibly low, but I don't think they will, because we have lake access, which is a huge bump. We have lake view from the backyard, another nice bump. And I've already put a huge thing together. I sent them like this, and I sent like, this is exactly what we're doing. We're doing this. We're adding nice vinyl floors. We're gonna be we're trying to open the kitchen, open up that wall, doing all these things, and then trying to get to like, the nicest ARV possible. So we're hoping that the number from this appraiser is, he's gonna be doing a custom valuation, saying this is what I believe. If you do all of these things to the house with his professional license experience, this is how much I think this house could sell for, because that is what the amount of money I get as a loan is based on. So I'm still waiting on that as well. So we'll find out by next episode 3. But yeah, that's kind of the gist there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover. Right now, so something else I did, I spent a lot of time at Home Depot today just walking around and taking pictures of things. So I have all of these interior, exterior color paint books, so I can figure out, what I want the interior paint to be, what I want the exterior paint to be. Interior paint's gonna be like a light gray, but of course, there's 6 million shades of light gray, but I definitely do light gray interior. And then exterior-wise, I'm still on the fence. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. It's gonna be definitely earth tone based, but hopefully by the next episode, I should, if I'm a week away by episode 3, I should have these colors picked out. So I'll catch you guys then. Please, if you haven't yet, at the beginning of this video, subscribe to this channel. If you have people who are interested in getting started, I feel like them learning along somebody else who's also learning and also going through it for the first time, I feel like this is going to be very helpful. Not just now, but for the future. These early episodes, I feel like are going to be huge. Once I get to, flip number 100, people are not going to want to see flip 100. They're going to see flip number 1 because that's where they are at as well. But yeah, so I'll see you guys here next week. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate all the views, all the shares, all the blasting the YouTube videos to your friends and family. And I'll catch you guys 7 days from now on the same channel. See you guys. Thanks.